Welcome to Yakima MTG videos, where we record Friday Night Magic at Ron's Coin and Collectibles in Yakima and bring them to you live on, not live, recorded on YouTube. My name is Jesse Munoz, and this is our first video. So, being our first video, we had some technical glitches. So I was only able to record the first games of a couple matches, which we'll show. This is the first one that we're going to show you. So we have Greg playing Abzan, drops a land, and the card they can't see is a what is it? It's the equipment. I'm totally blanking on equipment. I got the deck list here. Ghostfire Blade, I'm sorry. He just drops it to Ghostfire Blade, plays a second land. CJ plays gain land, gains a life. So here's what's going to happen is we're going to be recording these videos at Ron's Coin and Collectibles on Friday nights, and then uploading them to our YouTube page, which is Yakima MTG. You see CJ playing a Tormented Voice, drawing a couple of cards after discarding a card. And he's playing Mardu. So I have 2 videos to post this week. This one and another video, which again are only both the first round of the match. I know who won each match, so I'll let you know when it's over. But next week we should have things sorted out better, so that I have full matches. I think next week will be standard as well. We see Greg playing Morph. I didn't see what the Morph was. CJ also has a Ghostfire Blade that he just drew. So a little bit behind Greg. I like that he reads it here, even though he's got it in his hand. Tricky. So again, Yakima MTG is the new site. We'll be posting the videos from Friday Night Magic, as well as some MTGO videos. CJ attacking with a Valley Dasher for 2. There's no way in hell Greg's blocking that. And then he drops his own Ghostfire Blade. Like I said, we'll have technical difficulties. Technical difficulties from last week should be solved next week, getting rid of some of that glare and things like that. As this goes up, there's already a draft video that I posted, so you can watch that as well. And I'm looking to get some other people from the Yakima area to post some videos. And like I said, I'm excited about recording Friday nights. It's going to be a lot of fun. So this was a Fate Reforged, Cons of Darkir draft. Greg goes for the equip, checks out what his morph is, and brings the beats. Ghostfire Blade is a really good card. If you get on turn 1 and then drop the morph and then just start beating, it's hard to recover from that. Looks like CJ's got a Ponyback Brigade. Greg drops. Is that Enoch Guide? Yeah, Enoch Guide, where you can put a +1/+1 counter, or you can search for a land, shuffle your library, and put it on top. A basic land. It looks like that's what Greg's doing. Gets a forest, which he'll shuffle and then put it on top of his library. CJ, well, we know he has the morph, the Ponyback Brigade. I didn't see what else was in his hand. He played a Tormented Voice already. He does have the Ghostfire Blade on the board. I wonder if he's going to attach it and just try to race. Probably not the line I would take. I'd probably like to develop the board more. So let's see what he does. Let's see, what is that card? Some of the new Fate cards are still new to me. Looking at his deck list here. Is it a Lightning Shrieker? I believe so. Not a big fan of that card. He does play the Ponyback Brigade as a morph. And equips. And then brings the beats with the Valley Dasher. Pretty good turn for CJ there. See, Greg taps. We know he's got the Forest. Off the draw from the from the Enoch guide. Sorry, I've got a little bit of a chest cold. So what's the line? What is Greg looking at in his hand? Is that... He's got a Savage Punch in the deck. He's tapping 4 mana for... Is that the Hunt the Week? Yep. He's got 2 Hunt the Weeks in his deck. Not much CJ can do here. Probably gonna... If I was Greg, probably just bring everything. An attack. See for 5, 6. Now he holds back. Not sure why I didn't attack with the Enoch guide. But he does get it for 5. Let's see what CJ follows up with. Gonna gain life. And in his hand, I do see a Lightning Shrieker. The card that he drew was not a Lightning Shrieker last turn. Maybe that's a Bloodfire Mentor or Vault Breaker. He's got a Dragon Style Twins in his deck. What's his line here? Yeah, that must be, let me see, the Vault Breaker. I think that's the one when you attack, you can discard a card and then draw a card. I don't know if it's called Vault Breaker. Let's take a look. Oh, it is Vault Breaker. Yep, that's what it is. So whenever he attacks, you can dash him in and then discard a card and draw a card. And looks like he's trying to race, which is not going to go well in his favor. He had the 4 mana. I would be tempted to just play him out. The Valley Dash is not blocking, and then the Enoch guy didn't block either. So, yeah, Greg missed out on a point of damage there. We'll see if that changes anything. And is that the Dragon Style Twins in CJ's hand as well? I see the Lightning Shrieker, the Vault Breaker. It looked like a land. And I think he might have discarded it, but I missed it when I was looking up that card. So I think Greg's line, I mean, is to be aggressive. I'm not sure what his morph is. He's going to take a look. I mean, CG's at 12, so you attack for only 5 again. I'm surprised, because again, if you attack with both, CJ has to do something. So Greg's missed out on a couple points of damage. We'll see if it changes anything. And then CJ drew an Enoch Bonkin. Great card. It might be a little too late here. So Lightning Shrieker, it looks like Dragon Style Twins there in his hand that he's looking at right now, which is the 3/3 double strike, which I'd be tempted probably to play. Actually, the line I'd probably go with is the Enoch Bondkin, and then the 4-drop, the dude that he dashed in last time, and just sort of develop a board because you can't block. I mean, you have to attack with the Valley Dasher, so. Anything could be. Greg could have anything of that more. He's stuck on land. He's only got 4 land. So maybe like an Abzan guide or something. CJ's got 4, 5, 6 mana, so he could play both cards, the Bondkin and the Vault Breaker. But instead he dashes it in. Okay. And he brings the beats and chooses not to discard. So what's Greg's line here? Looks like he's got something he wants to play. Okay, so he's gonna make CJ sacrifice and an enchantment which he doesn't have, and then bolster the Enoch Bondkin. And then he blocks. All right. If he CJ looks like he's thinking about something with a Ghostfire Blade. Maybe something he should have put on the Valley Dasher. So Greg just 2-for-1 himself. He didn't need to block. He was at 10. I think he was only going to take 6. Instead, he takes 2. And CJ plays out, I'm guessing, the Bondkin. Yeah, there we go. So he drops the Bondkin. Greg is going to play what now? Battle Priest. That's a card, which is awesome for Greg because the morph has a 1/1 counter, which also gives it lifelink. CJ at 7. He's not obliged to block, but he does. Greg takes, so CJ doesn't take any damage. Greg gains some life. Now this is a race that CJ's not winning. He's got to do something about that morph. Big fan of the Battle Priest. Looks like Greg has both the Battle Priest and the Mirror Nightblade, which are both good 4-drops. So he gets a Hooded Assassin. He's got the Lightning Shrieker. He really just needs to stabilize here. The Dragon Style Twins. Well, I guess what you probably want to use, you got the Valley Dasher, has to attack. Greg's not blocking. And then you're in trouble. block him with the Bonkin there. When Greg stepped out, I'm, again, not sure if it's the best because you could have, you're trying to build your board up and possibly get some double blocks or something because your creatures are so much smaller than what he has, except that he plays a lightning trigger. So basically a concession. I think he knows it. The way he just kind of flipped his hands. Takes 5, 6, 7. Here goes on to 6. Leave no blockers. You shuffle back in. And call this one done. So Greg wins this match. And then he wins this game. And then he does win, I think, the next game. And wins the match. So thanks for coming along for our first match. Got one more for you.